planning itself. Currently, she is working as an enforcement officer at South Worcestershire and Counseling in the UK, where she handles planning enforcement cases independently. Her work involves critical thinking, negotiation, and problem solving, skills that make her an incredible role model as well for aspiring architects and planners. What's truly special about her journey is her ability to blend architectural design and policy knowledge, all while staying enthusiastic, creative, and deeply passionate about shaping spaces for communities to thrive. So, without further ado, let's hear directly from her experiences, insights, and tips on how to navigate studying abroad and building a dream career in architecture and planning. Please welcome Miss Aishwarya Patil.
Yep,
Over to you.
yep. Thank you, Diksha, for this warm welcome to everyone. And um, I would say hello and namaste to everyone who has joined this today's session. It's a very, immense pleasure for me to give this session to everyone, to the budding architects and the people who are inspired to move ahead with their career. I hope today's session will definitely give you some guidance and also an inspiration to move forward with your career. And my only motive of this session is that I do not want to uh, make you afraid of choosing things, but I want to make you assured that please listen this to very carefully, take notes, and learn to make right choices, because right choices in life are going to take you ahead without any problem. So let's not keep scrolling over the discussion. I'll start with my PPT and I'm going to share my screen with you all. Just let me know if you can see my screen. Just a moment. Mm, can you see my screen?
Yeah, your screen is visible. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You can see my PPT, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So today's session, like the poster that we had shared on our LinkedIn, it says that your international student success blueprint, and it says survive, thrive, and find your dream career. So career is not just copy pasting someone else's journey. Career is what you feel from inside, what your passion truly lies about, what your heart truly desires about, and taking the right action to thrive into that field and then making it your dream career. That's what it is for me as a definition of the career. And when you choose choose your journey to explore in the international market, then you really need to have to be brave, smart, and very hardworking. I mean, I say very hardworking, because nowadays getting a job in the international market, not only the job, but also surviving the master's degree in the international market is not an easy task. Even though you have AI, you have many other resources to support your education and your career, but what what matters is that what skills you bring to the table, what you bring to the table, what you can enhance their company, what you can help the people to grow their business. So that's how the career is. So I'll move forward. Okay, first question: why international degree? Why you want this international degree? Ask this question yourself more than 100 times, because international degree involves a lot of time, money, skills, and even sacrifices. First thing first, you have to leave your country. That's not a nightmare. Anyone can leave their country. But the real battle starts when you have to live alone and survive this degree. So even before you make your choice to decide whether you want to do your masters in India or any other country, for example, like for any other country, I mean the four major countries, which are the first stands UK, USA, then you have Canada, you have Australia. Okay, so among these four countries, you need to think which one you want to go for and why you want to go for. So the purpose should be clear. Why you want international degree? just for the sake of your family's reputation, or maybe just your friend is going to abroad, pursue degree, and you said to your parents or you said to yourself that okay, he is going or she is going, I am also going to go there and have an international degree. Please do not do this dumb thing in your life ever. Make sure, I know you are all still young. You are maybe around 22 or 21 years old people. You don't have that much of exposure to the world, but you have people like means you can connect to the people who have walked this path. You can talk to the elders in your family who might have moved abroad before. Ask them the reality. Ask them their journeys. Try to get the pros and cons of everything, and then decide why you want this international degree. So let's move forward. What I have tried to say, that's what I've said just now. Like, choosing a degree is not an easy task. Whether you want to achieve a national or international degree depends on several factors. So first, and the first thing what I would tell you is, as a on a very human level, is that one must be very clear that why they want to pursue an international degree. So in very short, I will explain you what are the pros and the cons of international degree in today's time. Like, today's time means in the year of 2025. Now, I'm not even going back in 2023, because time has changed a lot. The policies has changed, even the market has changed. So I'll tell you what's happening in today's time. So the pros are, you get a good global exposure, you get a prestige and quality, you get good career opportunities, you grow as a person with different skills and talent, and your networking increases. Like, means you are not only connected to the people from India, but you're connected from the people from like USA, Australia, Singapore, Dubai, whichever country people you find, you get connected to them. That's how the international uh, life is all about in today's time. You have to make friends with them. You have to survive. You have to struggle with them and them only. You would not find Indian people everywhere. And if you move on to the cons, it says that the first thing first is very high cost. Means Indian rupee is still lower as compared to the other uh, country's money. Means, for example, UK stands for like now 130 pound, 1 rupee, 1 pound is 130 rupees. US is for like around something 89 or 88. Then Canada dollar, then Australia. So also learn about the money. Means before you invest lakhs of rupees in your international degree, please study about that country first. Learn, no, I would not say learn, but try to make a note that what that country has, what is economy it is, how it's international market, which kind of uh, you know fields are thriving right now. Based on that, choose the country that you want to go for. Because just randomly waking up one day and going to USA or going to Australia is not going to help you in any form. Okay, so the cons are the high cost. Firstly, the tuition, the living expenses, the travel. It can be expensive. It can be, no, it is expensive. I will tell you from my personal experience. And the second thing is the visa and the legal hurdles. Getting visa approved for your master's degree is not a big deal. Anyone can get that nowadays. So easy and so informative. Like, there are so many channels explaining how to get educational visa. But the real thing that is difficult for people is to maintain that visa. Means, once you get a student visa, after that, what? Have you invested so much of money just to come back to India? No. You want to learn the market. You want to work there as a professional. So maintaining your, I would say not maintaining, progressing from your student visa to the professional visa is a real battlefield there. It is a real battlefield. And even in today's time, in 2025, even though the AI is there to help you, people are struggling to get a permanent job. People are struggling to start as a professional. It's not an easy job. You have to be very smart, very hardworking, and very focused if you want to survive in the international job market. Then the third thing is the homesickness. Yeah, we all miss. We all are from Indian community. We all are born and brought up in our family traditional values, where we, appreciate the closeness, the festival times, everything. So that sucks sometimes. Homesickness. You miss your friends, families, but gradually you learn to survive, alone. That's how the international market is. Then job uncertainty. I would tell you, even though I'm working as an enforcement officer in the UK, I would still, to say that I'm still struggling to secure my job for the further next year because it is difficult. You have to work a lot. You have to prove your skills. You have to show them that okay, you are the capable person, and that's why they should hire you instead of the local talent. So it's like every day you have to prove yourself, and still no one guarantees you the job certainty. Now you see the US visa and the US government announcing the H1B visa for the new entrants to be like 10 lakh something dollars, right? Which is a very high amount. Why any company would pay for you just to hire from another country? That makes sense also, because every government is trying to preserve their local talent, trying to give their people a fair chance, which is fair. But like people like us who are very highly ambitious, who want to achieve their dreams, then we have to strive hard. We have to struggle hard. That's how it is. Then the recognition issues means even though you are a very good person with a good personality, and you have got all the right skills, all the techniques, to survive the market, but still you will be recognized or will not be recognized depending on the current global conditions in terms of politics, economics, and other things that are affecting everyone worldwide. So just make sure that this is very generic. The like what I'm trying to tell you is very generic. You can still get into the detail. You can research different websites. You can research into the people's journey, different people's architectural journey, how they survived the market, how they got the job, whichever country you like. But I would tell you, do a right research, because the research is going to help you to survive further and to make the right decisions. Okay? Uh, what happened? My slide is not working. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Can you see the next slide? Hello?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I cannot see all because my screen is on the sharing mode. So maybe if I lose the connection, please, just get back to me or give me a like hi or hello something so that I know that I'm on the track. Okay. So now the second slide is about your career, and what I have said is choice, expansion, and success. These are the three things one must be very, very clear about. Your choices make your life, and the decision to expand your choices gets you towards the success. That's how my life mantra is. So now you all are in your BArch degree, like you are pursuing architecture. But what after the architecture? Means do you want to work as a junior architect or a senior architect in India itself under a big firm or a very mid-sized company, or you want to pursue your masters further? So you get these four options. Means there are now many different options, but all of them come under all of these big main four characters of the master's degree. First is the urban planner, second is the urban designer, third is the construction management manager, and fourth is the licensed architect. So urban plan, I would tell you in very short, what does the urban planner do? So the urban planner, whether in India or any other country, they deal with the city planning, they deal with the city designing, and the policy planning. Means if you know the India's all building regulation codes and stuff like that, they all come under the urban planning thing. And even most of the many big private firms, very very big private firms, they do with the city planning, like the big mega infrastructure project that come under the urban planner. The urban designer comes with the bit of city planning and comes with a bit of city designing, I would say. Means the you all know urban designing, right? I assume that you might have some of the ideas what the urban designer do. So urban designing involves more of the design work, urban planning involves more of the technical work. And the third one comes is the construction management, like this involves with the construction industry. Means architecture and construction, they are the byproduct of each other. One designs and one builds. But in today's time, with the help of the technology and the resources, architects can also get into the construction industry, and they can become the construction project manager, or they can work on a project management team where they look after the buildings, like how the buildings are made and what kind of materials they use. So in short, maintaining the start of the project and delivering it to the right people. That's how the construction goes far. And it involves a lot of things, like you work with the builders, you work with the stakeholders, you work with the council, like if you're working in the construction industry. So that is also a massive field. And as you explore that, you will get further job titles, or positions that you wish to apply for. Means if someone likes to go into the building construction. And the fourth one is the licensed architect. And that means it's not a job title. That's what is your individual practice. Means some people, you know they are very talented, very brave. Within 1 year of experience working as an architect, they have the dreams to start their own firm, which you can also do. So if you want to start your own firm, then the first thing is, like, you need to have your networking. Like, you have to network with the right people from the industry, get a good experience, do good projects, get to know the details how the projects are done, like starting from scratch, like from designing to delivering it to the customers. The customers are the public, like the people who are going to buy your houses or the buildings that you are going to design. So that involves in the licensed architect. But it's not an easy journey, because you need a lot of money first, in first place, to invest. And you need people to believe in you, that you are a good architect, you're going to deliver a good project to the people. So these are the four major options people go. And what I have observed as an architect, when I graduated in 2022, most of my friends, they started with the interior designing companies in Mumbai. So they worked for 2 years, they got the experience, and then they started their own studios. And some of them even started their construction company. And the other people, like the other batchmates, what they did, they some of them directly went for their masters abroad after finishing their bachelor's of degree. Like in 22 they finished, and in 23 or maybe in 22 they just moved to the another country. And even there are some people, what they pursued was, uh, they completed bachelor's, they worked for 2 years, and then they switched the country, like on the work visa. They went to a different country to pursue. Means they gained the right skills in that time. And some people, what they did, the people who went to US, like some of my seniors who went to US, means they finished the BS degree, and then they immediately applied for the US degree, which is a 2 years master's course. They finished there, and now they are settled there. Means they are working in the big architecture construction industry over there in the US. But it depends on person to person what one actually wants in their life, like what their career looks like. So it's very personal, and there is no need to copy anyone, because see, if you're going to copy blindly, then you're going to get into the problem. So as I told you in the first slide, make sure that you make the right decisions. Even if you make the wrong decision, no worry, but always have the backup plan, because nobody is going to save you in the international market. Trust me, not even your family, because they are also very far. So you have to be very clear making the right decisions. I know it is very difficult at this moment to understand this, but mark my words, as you go forward, as you do your master's degree complete, sorry, bachelor's degree complete, you are going to come at this point. Now, what I do? Should I stay here, work as an architect, or should I go abroad and explore my opportunities? So that's why this session, I think it will be helpful for you to make the right decision. Okay, so let's see. Let's assume that you guys, like, let's say you have assumed that you want to become an urban planner or maybe urban design. Now your title is fixed. Okay, now I want to become an urban planner with the having bachelor's degree in architecture. Now the next thing that happens with your choice is the expansion. So the expansion happens with the university. Means the university that you get into, it expands your decision making skills, your choices, your observation skills. Means, and you learn a lot in the university. And I'm not saying not only from the international, even if you choose an Indian university for your masters, this is going to expand your skills, it is going to expand your knowledge. Then happens the cultural shift, and you learn to research about everything, because in masters, most of the masters courses, they are based on research, not on the drawings, not on the design, except you go for master's degree in architecture. Means you, if you choose for a 2 years course in India, it will be like 50-50. I mean, it will have research papers to read on, to write theses, and maybe you have to produce some drawings, I mean the plans for your final year thesis. But if you choose a abroad university from USA or maybe UK, Australia, they will involve most of the research, like the research paper writing, the research question, not the questions, I would say thesis. In general, it's called thesis. So you will get to know about it once you get enrolled over there. And all of this, the university, the cultural shift, everything helps you to upgrade your knowledge and to, make your skills better in terms of uh, as a as a competitive person. And then you learn about industry patterns as well. I mean, whether you are pursuing a master's in India or maybe abroad, getting into a master's course helps you to understand the industry patterns, because now you are on a one step ahead of the competitive level as compared to the architect. So that's how it happens. So make sure your career, your choice, your expansion and success is all dependent on your choices. So make the right choices. Let's move on to the next. Okay. Now this slide is a bit of warm up. Okay. Now let's say out of you guys, some of them decided I want to go to the abroad and I want to pursue an international degree. Okay. So from my personal experience, how I did when I was also looking for, to explore my career abroad. So these are the steps that I followed. Means no, there was no one to tell me, but it was all my natural instincts and talking to my professor. So the first thing I did was when I decided that I wanted to move abroad. First, I got connected to my alumni, like my college alumni. Like I researched on the people who went where, in which university, which course, and now how they are surviving. So you should make a research about what your alumni has done and which of the alumni was successful in their journey, like on what rate. Means see, there is no guarantee one will be successful or unsuccessful, and it all depends on the hard work that they put in, the strategy that they use. So make sure that you research the right people. Suppose if you want to go to the UK or maybe USA, get into touch with your college alumni or maybe the people around the world. LinkedIn is such a global platform where you can search for people, search for universities, and try to be in their contact. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Research everything thoroughly. So, let's say someone wants to pursue masters abroad. Now, what are the things that one must do before even deciding on their college? So, what I did was I researched everything thoroughly. Means I wanted to come to the UK, so I found out the people on LinkedIn, on the other website, or maybe on Instagram, like who went where, and I tried to get into their contact, try to talk to them, the try to get to know the condition, what's exactly happening now there. What about the colleges? Can you help me understand which college would be best for this course? So, the questions like that. And you have to be bold, you have to ask the question. And the worst thing that will happen, they will ghost you or they will not reply, but you have to keep trying if you want to, move abroad, because without information, you can't make a right decision or you can't survive the master's degree. Okay. Then the second thing I would tell you is choose your college wisely. And this means that please do not invest money in any just random college. Go for the good colleges. Good colleges, I mean, is the colleges with the good rankings, uh, the colleges that are recruited by the employers. Means in the international job market, when you apply for a job, the recruiter, the employer, they check your college as well. Means they see from which college you have gained your degree, because the college represents the competitive skills that you may have gained while you were in that course. So please make sure that you get into the good college, looking for the universities with strong rankings and affordable tuition. Yes, I will tell you here a harsh truth. Now, the prices for the tuition fees have increased a lot in every other country. It's not like only in the UK or USA, every other country. So the good college, the good ranking college, they also have higher tuition fees. But I would tell you, please explore the scholarship opportunities within the university web page. try to look for or try to talk to the people who may have got scholarship. And if you want to be eligible for your scholarship in the abroad universities, please excel in your architecture degree. Please try to bring good pointers, because if you are good in your bachelor's degree, your scorecard is going to speak for your scholarship. So please do not waste your time in doing any random thing, but try to make sure you get good grades, good design skills, good portfolio, that is going to help you get a scholarship. And once you get a scholarship, then at least some of the money is saved. You can use that money for your survival. Then connect with the alumni early. I have told this you before. Please connect to the alumni early. Then network with the professionals. Professional as in the people from different industry. For example, someone wants to go become a construction manager. Okay, so now what they have to do? They do not only have to connect to the people from their college, but the people from different industry. For example, if you take Arup, if you know, Arup is a big company which does everything like design, construction, urban planning, urban design. It does everything, and it's a very global platform. Like it has so many branches all over the world. So you have to connect with the professionals from that company. Means that's an just example. You can look for other different companies as well. Then before you move abroad, what I would suggest you very very firmly is that please get a full time role within your industry. Means suppose if you want to become an urban designer, please try to find a full time job into the company which also works or takes projects which does with deals with the urban designing. Okay, because that work is going to help you in the international job market. Means I'm not saying that whatever you do is going to, but the skills that you gain while working in the company who deals with the urban designing is definitely going to help you in some or the other way. I'm not saying 100%, but maybe let's say 20-50% to get you a job in the international market. So make sure that you get a full time industry experience, even if it's as a junior architect, whatever. I'll tell you my story. When I graduated from bachelor's in 2022, like it was in May 2022. So I was looking for a job for like 3 months. Means I was looking for a better pay job in Mumbai, but I could not get. So I started with a 10,000 salary as a junior architect in my first firm, like where I started working. So within like 4 months, I changed to another company, and I changed three companies in a 1 year span. Means not because I was bored or I was not getting, just because I tried to work so hard on myself. I tried to get the skills. I tried to get the certificates while working in those firms. For the first 3 months, I worked on a smaller projects. Then I got to know that okay, I need to upgrade my skills. So I started looking for another company. Then I got into a better company, a bigger hundred people company where there were hundreds of architects working. It was a big exposure to me. But yeah, you have to keep trying. And while changing companies, I was also applying for my master's. The process, like applying for abroad master, it takes time. Like you have to give like around 7 to 8 months for your admission, for your tuition fee, your visa process, and it takes around like a year. So people start early. And also I was giving competitive exams besides working as an architect. So if you understand this, architecture is not an easy field, to survive. Even after you have a 5 years of degree, it's not an easy thing. Okay. And the last thing I would tell you, LinkedIn is your superpower. Now, mark my word, okay? LinkedIn plays a big role in getting you exposure, in letting people know what you are, what you do. Okay, sorry. And it will also help you to showcase your work. So even before you move out of India, or even if you don't move out of India, please, please work on your LinkedIn. I mean, work, I mean, is that make your LinkedIn better, seeable, and what I could say, make it so like suppose if you have a girlfriend, what you would you do? What you would do to impress her? You do everything, right? Every small detail you work on, like how you look, how would you present her a rose, how would you go on a date with her, right? You make sure that she is the priority. So treat your LinkedIn as your girlfriend, okay? Please, please work on LinkedIn profile. Make sure that you look very professional, and just don't bluff everything on LinkedIn, okay? Recruiters are also very smart nowadays. Just don't bluff, but be honest, authentic, and showcase the right work, the relevant. The more relevant you are, there are better chances that you survive your field in architecture, or as an architect, I would say. And this applies to India as well as to the abroad journey. It's not that only if you're going abroad you have to work on LinkedIn. No, even if you're in India and working somewhere, make sure your LinkedIn looks good. It represents you in the professional world. So please work on it. Okay, now let's move on to the next part of the journey. Okay, let's say you guys have decided that you want to move abroad, you have selected all your college, your visa process is done, and now you're going to fly in September or maybe in January. So just keep in mind, if you're going to abroad for your masters, the intakes usually happens in September or January. So make sure which one you want to go. I would suggest you go for always go for September intake, because that's the best. Means, the cycle goes very well. So choose for an September intake. Okay, now you have decided all your colleges, everything. Now the real battlefield starts. This is the, like, means either you die or you just win. Okay, but make sure you win. I would tell everyone that you should win. So first thing first, when you land, everything changes. The weather, the culture, the daily responsibilities, emotions, and your career path. Because in India, we are pampered by our parents. Means our parents are there for us to help in every little thing. And we also have friends, within one call, they reach to us, if you are in a problem. But in foreign country, even though you maybe, let's say, you both are friend, like I'm just giving an example, suppose you both are best friends and you together have come to the masters in abroad, I would still say that after 1 month's time that friend will not even get you in contact, because that's how life gets difficult. Everyone faces their own struggles, and the most difficult struggle is the emotional struggle. Means you miss your parents, you miss your loved ones, you miss your friends. And I'm not exaggerating this, but this is a very human and very uh, difficult part as a on an emotional journey, because I have been through that, so I know it's difficult. So I would tell you very clearly this: if you are strong from inside, then only choose this international path. And before moving directly from India to abroad, please, at least for a 6 months time, stay away from your parents. Means what I would tell you is, before you move to abroad, in India itself, if you are living in Delhi, please try to find a job outside Delhi, let's say Mumbai. Live there for 6 months and see how you feel. This means you will get an idea whether you can survive without your parents, whether you can manage your responsibilities without anyone's help, can you manage the expenses. Get a trial experience for 6 months, and if you feel confident, okay, I can survive here without anyone, so I can definitely survive in abroad. So that's how the analysis you have to do. Please do not jump directly from India to the abroad, because very few people can survive that. And I have seen some of my friends who could not stay away from parents, they just went back in 1 year's time. Means they are doing good in India, but what's the point of investing so much of money and then coming back without gaining any profits, in terms of career, in terms of professional growth. So just do some trial practice and then move abroad. Okay, so once you land to the university, there are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have to do this 7 things for the next 8 months, okay, until you secure your job and complete your masters. So the first thing is show up everywhere. Attend networking, social, professional, and university events. The more you are present, the more you're going to be recognized. The more you're going to get the recognition from the university and the job hunting platform. So, and whichever event that you attend, please post it on LinkedIn, just not for the sake of gaining attention, but make sure that what you learned from that event, what you did into the event, and how you met different people, try to write small paragraphs on that. That shows that how welcoming you are, how collaborative you are in terms of a human being an international, but still you appreciate the cultural shift. So make sure that you go everywhere. Balance academics smartly. Like, I would again say that stay on top of your assignments and exam. Please do not fail any of the exams and assignment because you do not have time to reappear, because that adds on to the extra time to complete your previous backlog as well as the next semester work. And if you're going for a 1 year's course, then it's a very tight schedule. So I would tell you, maintain your health, maintain your assignments and exam, because that's what you have paid for. That's what you have invested your money so much. Okay. Now, the third part comes is the part time. You must be aware, means nowadays on Instagram you must be following some people who are in the abroad, and they are telling you stories about part time working for this many hours and stuff like that. Yeah, in abroad, whether it's UK, USA, Australia, whichever country you choose, you have to work part time, because if you want to get into the international market, you also have to work somewhere internationally. Okay, means the job experience from India alone is not going to help you survive here. So choose your part-time work strategically. Means do not do gadha mazduri. Very in very layman's language, do not do gadha mazduri. You have not paid that much money for doing gadha mazduri. For example, someone gets a job in the MACD. It's a good thing. You can save your money from getting paid by MACD, but don't overdo the job. Also save your time for the job hunting, to complete your master's program, and to live a little. Okay, don't get burnout. Okay, avoid random labor jobs. You invested in your future, that I have explained you. Then the fourth part comes is, as I told you, LinkedIn is your superpower. The second superpower is you keep your CV portfolio updated. Why portfolio? Because urban designing requires portfolio. If you're doing 2 years of masters, then you need to show your portfolio to the companies. They ask you for that. So invest your time, invest your resources and skills to upgrade your CV and portfolio. Regularly refine your resume. Use your university's career services. Okay, this is a major hint because most of the students do not know this. Use your university's career services. That means that every university, even in India, there is a university's web page. There is a link where it says that they will help you to get into the career guidance, or services. So you should look on your university's web page where this is. And there are buildings in the university's campus where you can go, take your CV, take your portfolio, ask them what is shortcoming, can you help me improvise this. So you have to ask, you have to go, you have to make an appointment with them. Instead of wasting your time with your friends going to the party and clubbing, I would tell you, for the first 8 months, okay, first 8 to 7 months, use your time to go to the university's career services. They are your best resource because they know uh, how the market works, what are the job opportunities, which networking event is going to happen next, where you can directly meet to the recruiter and tell them, okay, you have worked so much, and they can even get you a job. Many of the people have got the job in the same way. Okay, that saves a lot of time. And please, one thing I would like to tell you, please avoid a huge gap on your CV. For example, let's say you finished your BArch in 2025, and if there is a gap of 1 year, that is going to cause you a problem, okay, in getting a job anywhere in India, or maybe in abroad. What you did in that 1 year, that brings a question. So even if you have a gap, let's say if it's a medical health, then it's fine, people can consider. But you just said that I was doing a freelancing or something like that, then make sure that you have got something to show what you did in your freelancing, because no employer is going to hire just because you said, okay, I have got these skills and stuff like that. No, you have to show what you did. And I would tell you, please avoid the gap. 1 month, 2 months gap is fine, but do not show more than that gap. Show a continuous progress, means BArch, then masters, then job, then changing job, then moving on, whatever it is. Okay, do not show a large gap. The second thing, the fourth, what's that? Fourth thing is excel academically and improve English. Okay, good grades matter, but with that also your speaking level, your English, your understanding, and what you are trying to tell to other person also matters. So please do work on your strong communication skills. If you are very introvert or a shy person, Please try to talk with your family members, okay, with your friends in English. That's how you develop your confidence. That's how you maintain your posture while speaking. So yeah, you have to work on your communication skill. That is going to help you in the long run, okay. And it reflects professionalism. Then keep your progress private. This will sound like, are you trying to tell us to keep everything private? Okay, I would tell you is, um, if you enroll on some of the events in your university or you achieve a certificate, please do not tell to everyone. Like, even if your closest friend, just keep it secret for some time until you secure a full-time job, because the market is very competitive. Means you may feel that, okay, I'm going to apply for this job, but I'm not saying that you should not help your friend, but you should also protect your opportunities, because this is like a rat race. This is like competitive field everywhere nowadays. So please be smart, but do help your friends as well. Okay, if someone is struggling, if you have got the job, if someone is struggling with the CV and resume, do not give your CV or resume directly. That is not going to help them. But guide them in a right way. What you have to do. Okay, do this. Work on these things. This is going to help you to get a job. So be conscious and smart. Okay, but don't be evil. Okay. Then apply for jobs from day one. Now what does this mean? That now you will say me, what do you mean by this? What I'm trying to say is, as soon as you land abroad, after the first week of your university, in the first week of your university, you get to know the timetable, the exam patterns, and when your exams are happening. And you may take like more 15 days to settle into your new place. Okay. So after that, as soon as you are settled and you know what you have to do for the next 3 months, start applying for jobs, start job hunting. Job hunting, I mean, start looking for your field industries, means which companies hire urban designer, which company hire urban planner, or which company hire architect. Make a list of them, shortlist them, then check their criteria, check their job requirements. You have to do lot of work. So that's the starting point. So that's what it means. Apply for job from day. Even if your CV doesn't, pass the ATS system, still apply, I would say. Get that rejection. And please do not get afraid for the rejection. Rejections are a part of the journey. They are meant to make you strong. They are there to help you progress. Because why I said this, the companies in abroad, they are so well professionalism, like they maintain professionalism. So when you get a rejection, they also sometimes give you the feedback, like what was missing in your CV, or what was missing in your interview, why we did not hire you. So that feedback helps you to improve for the next job application. So keep applying. Even if you get rejection, keep applying. Even if you have applied hundred of jobs, keep applying. I'll tell you one example. One of my friend who stays in USA, he's been applying for the jobs for the last 1 year, and I just asked him, how many applications have you done so far? He told me he had done 3,000 applications. Now imagine 3,000 application, 3,000 rejection, and he still has not got the job, the desired job, and he is from IT industry, okay? So that's how the market is tough. That's how the people are competitive. So you have to have that unique quality in you, why the recruiter should hire you, okay? So make sure that you do not waste your time, not even a single minute. Make sure you use it properly and use your time wisely. Yes, that's what I said. Is like, skip the parties and distraction. Use your time to earn, learn, and sharpen your skills. Okay, in the abroad market. Now, next, let's move to the next thing, the job hunting. Okay, now the real job hunting. That was the preparation guide. But now, once you are near, let's say after 6 months of time, you're going to finish your degree. Now you really need to be very crucious about your time left with you. Means, if you're going for a 1 year course, 6 months goes into, to complete your assignment, get to know the system, education system, and what's happening in the educational field. But now the next 6 months are very, very crucial, because you can't afford to lose your time. So, from my personal experience, landing a job in the international architecture and design industry is not an easy task. The market is competitive, highly professional, and often demands more than what Indian work experience alone can offer. Now, what does this mean? Now, you would say, you told us to work for 1 year in India, get the professional skills, and now you say that that is not sufficient. Yes, it is not sufficient because the architecture in India, the working pattern of the industries in India is quite different than the abroad markets. So you have to prove yourself to their standards. Means your skills may be 100% good in India, but they may be just 50% good here in the UK or maybe in the USA. Okay. But there is a trick, there is a strategy that how you can prove yourself relevant in the job market. So the first thing is frame your skills as transferable. Means I would give you an example of my urban planning internship. So what I did when I landed here in the Newcastle University, within first 3 months, I secured a urban planning internship within the university. So that company was a housing design award. So what they used to do is they used to shortlist the projects, the good housing projects, okay, that were approved by the cities, different cities in the UK. And for that, they needed someone who could help them finding the approved plans and the proposals and stuff like that as an urban planner. But now I never worked as an urban planner in the sorry, in India. So how did I get the job? So my three companies, you remember in the first few minutes I told that I have changed three companies. So those three companies work and certification helped me to get this internship. Means even though I was not an urban planner, I had got some skills which I could use them as a transferable skills. Means I worked on when I was in my second company, I was leading a housing residential project. Means I was the team leader with other people in my group, like group of 6 people. So I was looking after the drawings, all the construction drawings, delivery timeline, and also completing the drafting the architectural drawings. So when I told them in my interview and even I showcased that on my CV, that helped me to get that internship. So that's how you learn to transfer your skills. Okay. So any work that you have done in India is not a waste of time, but it's the smartness to use that. Okay, okay. You have to tell your employer, okay, I have worked this, but I know the basics. Okay, and I am ready to improve my basics to the expertise level if you give me a chance. So you have to be honest. You have to be very humble to ask them. So I asked them. I showcased confidence that I can handle this job, and that's how I landed my first internship in the UK, and that was the start of my journey as an international job seeker here. But trust me, very few people get the internship. So you have to be smart, very smart, and you have to work hard to make sure your CV looks good, and the employer should believe that okay, you are worthy of uh, working with us. So you have to prove that. So make your skills transferable. Then the second thing is getting a driving license. Most of them do not require, but some of them require. So when you are, doing your masters, and if you're not doing a part time, and you have good enough money from your family, or maybe you might have saved from your Indian job. So please try to get a driving license while you're studying, because that will help you to secure your job as a starter. Okay. The fourth thing is use AI tools smartly. Okay, now you people are learning in the age of AI, where nowadays even you can complete your architectural design portfolio with the help of AI. If you put the prompt, and it is going to give you the views, right? But what I said, use AI tools smartly, because it's not just you or me is going to use AI. Everyone is using AI, and the companies, they also use AI. So they are also smarter with recruitment process. So do not copy paste, please. Please do not copy paste, because your identity and your individuality as a human with all of your skills, talents is going to make you unique. you can take guidance, okay? You can take the guidance, please, but do not copy paste, please. Just try to be unique in your field. That's how you're going to get your job, even in India or maybe in another country, okay? Engage boldly with professionals. Okay, so you have to reach out to your alumni and the professionals from your target companies. Let's say if you want to work in a L&T company, which is Larsen and Torbo, so you have to make contact with the senior manager or the a professional who is thriving there. Now, don't ask me how I do this. YouTube, just YouTube how to reach to an professional. What are the ways? How you do that? Write cold emails, ask for referrals. Do not hesitate. Okay, treat it asking like a friend, but do not be very casual as well. Okay, it's a professional world. Maintain your professionalism. Ask relevant questions. Try to be good. Try to do not try to be over good. Okay, that shows that you are trying to beg for from them for a job. Please maintain your identity, maintain your professionalism. And the worst thing that is going to happen, they might ignore you, they may not reply to you, but one fine day, if you keep trying persistently, one fine day you're going to get an answer from them. Okay, so keep trying. Okay, let's move on to the other part of this same topic, which is, I love this, these four things. This is my big mantra in my life: clarity, focus, determination, and consistency. These are the four traits will keep you grounded and help you avoid burnout during the job hunt. See, clarity means if you're clear where you're going, what you want, and how you want to do, that saves a lot of time. Okay, you are not distracted. When you know what you are clear, your focus increases. Means suppose, let's say if you want to get a job in construction. So you want to become a construction manager. Now what you have to do, your focus is clear. Construction manager, then what are the roles and which are the companies or which are the website that show the construction management job opportunities or vacancies. So your focus is that only. Then determination. Determination is what you have to keep trying. Okay, you may not get the job in the first application, but if you keep trying, let's say for how many times you require to do that, you keep trying. Okay, and the last thing is consistency. Even if you face rejection, even if you face emotional hurdles, like rejection hurts you, means it is not personal, but it is personal in some way, because you put in so much of hours to complete that job application form, you answer those questions, you try to update your CV and apply. It takes around 1 hour, 1 to 1.5 hour to complete that whole process. And even some of the companies have their competitive exams, so you have to prepare for that as well. And when you get the rejection, you feel bad. Yeah, and that's very human. That's natural. It's okay. Feel bad about that, but do not, stay there for a long time. Means I would say, I would speak in Hindi for this only phrase. यार मेरा हो ही नहीं रहा है, मैंने कितने applications किए, मैंने ये किया, मैंने वो किया, फिर भी कुछ नहीं हो रहा है. Don't stay there for a long time, because that is not going to help you. If you stuck there, you're gonna lose all your time. You're gonna lose your progress. So please, emotionally get out of there, get some strength, do something good, make yourself feel good, get those positive hopes, and please apply again. Okay, and I would give you a small hint during this process, because job application and the rejection process is very hurting. You get hurt. It's very human. Okay, so for this, when I used to get rejection, what I used to do is, I used to go to any sweet shop here in the UK, and I used to buy a nice cupcake or a donut or something, and I used to tell myself, okay, one more to go. Okay, one more to go. One rejection, I got one rejection. Next week I'm going to apply two more. Okay, so that's how I kept myself going. I faced a lot of rejection before getting my first professional job. Okay, so some people like sweets to eat, or some may like to go into the nature. UK or US, they all have got nice natural landscapes and places to explore. So whenever you get a lot of rejection and you feel that now I do not have the energy to apply, take a break for 2 to 3 days, go out, explore, uh, do some meditation, listen to the songs, dance, walk, whatever the hell that you like, do it and come back again for the application. That's how you keep going. Okay, keep this in mind. Then master time management. Yeah, time, as you all know, time is very, very, very precious. Once it is gone, you cannot get it back. And trust me, the age from 23 till 30 is the huge time span where you either make your career or you just become a failure. Okay. Yes, that's very harsh to listen, but trust me, that's the time span that you have to utilize it properly. So use your time very wisely. You do not have much time to waste it, because in 1 year or 2 years master's program, you have to complete your master's degree with the thesis, like all assignments and exams. Then you also have to do your part-time job. You also have to do your household chores like cooking, cleaning, laundry. Nobody comes to help you. You have to do it by yourself. You have to manage your health as well, emotional and physical, both are important. And also you have to job hunt. So now see how many things you have to do, and you just got 24 hours. Okay, so use your time wisely. Make a plan, make a timetable, what you're going to do every week. I'm not saying that you should do it every 7 days. You can use your Saturday, Sundays for relaxing, but make sure Monday to Friday you have done something. Means just be honest with yourself if you really want to succeed in your career. Okay, dedicate at least 4 hours daily for job application. Yeah, why I'm saying is 4 hours, because it takes around 1.5 hour to complete the job application. So if you give 4 hours, so that means within 4 hours you can max to max do 2 or 3 applications, not more than that. And if you count each day 2 to 3 applications, so for the 5 days it would be around 10 to 15 applications per week. And 15 into 4 comes like 60 applications a month. Okay, so that's how you have to calculate. The more you apply, the more you are creating yourself opportunities for the job landing. Okay, then balance work, study, and chores. That I've already told you, like juggling part time and colleges is tough. Save time on your household. The one thing I would like to really tell to the boys and to the girls as well, please learn good cooking skills, because if you know how to cook quickly, that is going to buy you more time. Means, uh, sorry, going to buy you more time. So try to simplify your meals. Do quick. Don't eat junk food, because that is not going to help you. It will damage your health. Eat balanced meal, but make sure that you have got good, because if you do not know how to cook, you're going to waste your time, and without food you cannot survive the job hunting. Means, and you cannot even afford to pay every day outside for the outside food. So learn cooking. I would tell you, learn cooking. It will help you a lot. Okay, now comes the interview and personality development preparation. Okay, now you know what you have to do with the job hunting, how to do job applications. But this is the 50% of the work. Now, the next 50% of the work involves developing the core skills, the portfolio and presentation, and mastery and mindset. And you have to stand out globally. Okay, these are the four things, four major things in this part of your work. What I say is job application and personal development. While applying for job, don't just focus on your CV. Invest in your personal growth. So now I'll give you a nice example. So when you go to buy, let's say if you go to buy some clothes into the shopping market or maybe a mall, so when you buy, you also check everything, right? Like you check the quality of the cloth, you check the design, you check if it is refundable, you check which brand it is, and then you also decide, should I invest my money in this, right? Means that's how you buy a product, right? That's how an employer also looks at you. Means, even though your CV is good, your portfolio is fabulous, means nobody can beat that, but your employer also looks at you, how you are, means what you can bring to the table. Means, are you representable? Do you have good professional skills? Are you worthy of working with them? Do you understand the basics of working with their company, like their culture and their terms and conditions? So yes, you also have to work on yourself. So you also have to work on yourself within these 8 months, okay? Means while applying for job, doing your part time, doing your household things, you also have to maintain your personal growth. So what you can do is polished appearance, means present yourself well. Looks do matter in first impression. So I can give you an example. One of my friend, she got an interview call and she just appeared a zombie, like completely zombie, because she was doing her part time and she was doing also other things and she did not get a good sleep. But luckily, or maybe through hard work, she got an interview. Just because she was not looking good, she could not secure that job. Everything was good. Her marks were good. Her CV was top listed. Her portfolio was good, but the first impression of hers on an online interview call just lost her the job opportunity. So it says, it is a saying in English, like your first impression is the last impression. So make sure that your first impression remains in their mind forever, okay? Present yourself well. Well, fluent speaking and writing. I've told this you earlier. Learn to improve your communication. Communicate clearly, confidently, and professionally. That's how you mark yourself in the job interview. Then industry intelligence. Whichever company you are applying, read about that company's history, its ongoing projects, and its plan. It impresses the employer. Okay, they ask you in the interview, "Oh, where do you see yourself with this company?" So you should be able to answer this question very smartly, very nicely. Okay, so you have to keep yourself updated and informed. Interview prep. Research common questions and craft unique, authentic answers. So what you can do is you can here use the AI tools. Let's say if you put any company's name and ask, give me his history, it's ongoing, it will give you. And then also you can ask AI, can you help me to give the questions based on this company, like the common questions and the questions that may come in the interview. Get those questions, get a printout, like print those questions, sit somewhere under a tree, go into the nature, go somewhere, anywhere. Do not sit into your room. Go somewhere where there is very silence. Take those questions, understand that question, and try to write your answers in your own words. Means what you feel about this question. Okay, if I am in this position, what would I do? So analyze that, dream yourself, and then write the answers. And then you can take the help of AI to improvise your answers. Okay, that's how you can work, but do not copy paste. Then you have to also work, because we are architect students, and when it comes with the construction management and the urban design, we need to showcase our portfolio. So your portfolio is your work. So please make sure that your work is a top quality work. Present yourself and your work effectively. Confidence and clarity go a long way. And in your portfolio, please do not put everything, like from your first semester till the last. Do not put everything. Only put the relevant projects, the projects that you have done something exceptional. That is how you can, make a relevant, because you do not get much time to explain whole of your portfolio. So keep it short, crisp, and relevant. Optimize it. That's what I said. Optimize it. Like only show the relevant and highlight academic projects. Share your thesis, group assignments, and leadership roles. Means when you are applying for your jobs, also make sure you on the back end you work on your portfolio, upgrade it wisely. And if you are working in a group project, make sure that you document all of your work. Please document your work. That is going to help you, because in interview you need to be prepared to show your work to the employer. They may not ask you, but humbly request them, can I showcase my portfolio, because that adds on extra points. That gets confidence into the employer, that okay, this person has really worked on something. Okay, she's not just he or she is not just bluffing. Okay, I've done this and that, but where's the proof? So on the basis of the proof, you can show your work portfolio. Okay, so make sure that. Okay, and the thing is mastery and mindset. So what does it say? Strive for excellence. Focus on the finer detail. Master your craft. Means this is especially for the portfolio thing. The more you show the detailed design of your work, the more the employer will be interested to, to know you, know your craft, means what skills you have got. So work on the finer details as well. Interview readiness, whether in person or online, means interview can happen in person or online nowadays. So please dress well, invest in good clothes. Invest in good clothes means a good shirt, a nice tie, a nice pant, and even good shoes, clean shoes. That all speaks for you. And use a nice fragrance as well. Just buy some nice. I'm not saying buy a very luxury fragrance, but at least some nice that should make the room, pleasant, and the employer should be happy. Okay, yeah, this person looks interesting. Okay, professionalism is non-negotiable. Mark that my word. Sharpen analytical and critical thinking. These skills will help you tackle unexpected questions with ease. Okay, now this is the game changer. Okay, even though we use AI, to get the answer, means in the age of AI, we can already know what the questions are going to come. But these employer, they are also very smart. They are smarter because they are going to hire us, so they have to be smart. They will ask you a question for which you are not prepared. So for that reason, you need to sharpen your analytical and critical skills. You can YouTube this, okay? YouTube, or you can research on Google about how to improvise your analytical and critical thinking. Read about it, and this is not only going to help you for the job, but even in your regular life, this will help you. So make sure that you do this. Okay, and what I'm trying to say is, stand out globally is that you are competing with the local talent. So prove that why you are the best fit. Unless and until you do not prove why you are best fit, you're not going to land a job in the abroad or the international market. Okay. Be honest. I will tell you again, be honest. People do bluff, means they lie to their employer, okay, I've got this and I'm going to do. But when the time comes and when they are not able to do that, there is nothing ashamed to be of with this lie. Okay, please maintain your integrity, be honest, and be humble. Recruiters abroad value integrity and won't hesitate to disqualify candidates who overpromise. So do not promise that you cannot fulfill. If you need time to gain a skill or pass an exam, ask. They often appreciate transparency. What does this mean is that if you politely ask them and tell your honest condition, that what you're facing, at least they will give you some time, maybe 3 months, 6 months, an year, to to see whether you are really focusing on that. And once they get the confidence, then your job is secure. Sorry, what I'm saying, your job is secure. Okay, but do not lie. Okay, I have already passed this exam. Then they might ask you to prove whether you have passed or not, and then what you would do. So when you are on the verge of, almost securing your job, and just because of one lie, you may lose it. So please be honest and be humble. Then interview attributes to embody is like calm and composed posture. I would not point on someone's body posture, because that's not a good thing to do. But what I would tell you is, at least look good, at least look, inviting, means people should come to you and talk, means you should maintain that kind of physique here. I'm not telling you to lose your weight or to gain weight, but you should look charming, however you are. Okay, then strong presence of mind. Please be present in the situation. Do not just daydream or night dream, okay, I've got the job now, I'll do this. And please, presence of mind is very important when you are in the international or maybe in Indian market. Confidence and integrity. Believe in yourself. That's the big mantra everyone should follow. Believe in your skills, believe in your time, believe in yourself, and please maintain the integrity. Do not gossip a lot, and especially avoid to gossip when you are in the professional job, because no one is your savior. People can turn up their mind, people can change, even the company can change their mind. So avoid gossiping, maintain good relations with everyone, and maintain a distance as well. Balance your professional and personal life. Do not discuss personal things into your professional into your personal. That's how you survive. Keep a genuine smile. Do not just keep smiling like a fool, okay, just to impress people. Keep a genuine smile. Honesty and willingness to contribute. Yes, that should be one of your big trait. A willingness to contribute means show that you are ready to take on the challenges. Not every challenge, okay? Just don't be a गधा मजदूरी, okay? मतलब मुझे यहाँ पे सरवाइव करना है तो मैं कोई भी काम करूंगा, नहीं, ऐसी बात नहीं. मेंटेन योर respect yourself, maintain your self respect. Only do or take the challenges that you can actually do and prove and upgrade your skills, okay? And ability to win their trust. That's your key success. And ability to win their trust is applicable even in India. Means even if you're working under an manager or anyone, you have to win their trust. Means trust isn't not as a person, but as a truthful colleague who can, manage the task even in their absence. So you have to learn that, and you won't get that in the first day, but you can slowly, develop that within yourself. And what do I mean is that before you win someone's trust, you have to win your own self trust. Means if you say that, okay, tomorrow morning I'm going to get up at 6 a.m., then please get up at 6 a.m. That how your psychological mind works. So you have to trust yourself. You have to trust your own word. Then you're going to win the other people's trust. Okay. Even read about psychology. I would tell you. I missed this one point. Please read good books. When when you are in your professional journey, when you start working as a professional anywhere in the world, please make sure that every day for 1 hour you read anything that you like. I'm not saying you should read comic, okay? You can read comic when you're traveling or something like that, but intentional reading. You can read about money, you can read about psychology, you can read about emotional maturity, you can read about self help books, you can read about business if you like to, prosper as an entrepreneur in the next few years. So please read. These are the five main topics I would suggest anyone to read. And besides that, if you get more time, read about your industry. Like for example, we are in the architecture, we should read about the books related to the architecture, urban planning, whatever it takes. So that how you keep increasing your knowledge. Your knowledge is going to help you. And the last thing, and the most important thing, this is nothing about related to the international journey, but it's a very, very uh, basic mantra which I have always followed. Okay, so when I moved to abroad, I gave myself two options. Either I will thrive or I will come back to India, because whatever it is in my control, I'm going to do. But there are some things which are out of our control. For example, now the global changes that are happening in terms of visa policies and immigration rules, that is out of our control. Nobody can control that except the government. But what you can control is how you respond to the situation, how, how much you are resilient, how you take the situation. If you're going to keep a negative approach, then you're going to fail. But if you're going to keep a positive approach and a resilient mindset, and the bravery in your heart, that one day I will be successful at this, then mark my words, you're going to be successful. Okay, so even if you come back to India within 1 year, no need to worry. Life taught you to be a stronger person. Life lessons are much more better than the classroom lessons. Okay, always mark, they're going to help you. And one mantra to keep with you: never ever give up in your life. Please, never ever give up in your life. Please do not. Even if you are in India and you are struggling, please do not give up. because life is trying to teach you in some or the other way you are meant for better things. Because I'll tell you my story. When I started to look for a job as an architect after my graduation in May 2022, I got a job immediately in June 22. But the boss was so strict. I could not handle that job, and within 15 days, I lost my job. Means I gave up on that job. I could not survive that toxic environment. But what happened? As soon as I left my job, I had to struggle for 2.5 months to get my job, okay? And in that process, I applied to more than 150 companies in the Mumbai, okay, for good architectural company, and everyone rejected me. I was in complete trauma, depression, and every other my friend they got a good job salary like starting with 20,000. 1.5 month or 2 months or whatever it was, I learned to apply for the job. I learned to work on my CV. I learned to work on my LinkedIn. I learned to network. And when I came forward to the UK, I already knew what to do when you are jobless. Okay, see how the story begins. You already know I already knew what to do when you are a jobless person. So even without wasting a single minute, I did the same process when I was in the UK. And trust me, it was difficult. It was more difficult than in India. At least in India, I would get some calls saying that, okay, you come to the interview. But when I used to go to the interview, some of them would say, sorry, you are not selected. That's okay. That was a part of the process. But in the UK, I would not even get an interview call for the first 4 to 5 months. But I knew that this process someday is going to be successful. I want to tell you that the first thing was when I was jobless in India, that took me into trauma, took me into depression, and I doubted so much on myself that I'm not worthy, I did not do anything right. And that's very emotional and psychological thing that happens. But from that moment only, I became so strong, I became so resilient, and I started looking for the positive things into the environment. Yeah, at the first, I negativity only helped me to come to the positivity thing of the life. And in August 22, I secured my another job, and from that I started with my UK journey, means starting the application process, giving the IELTS exam, getting the certificate, getting my degree, and that's how I landed to UK. But even after that, the journey did not stop. But whatever that happened with me in India during that first 2 months helped me to survive the job hunting process here in the UK. And even before I could complete my dissertation, I was having my job letter in my hand in May 2024, and I started working with the council in September 2024, even before my dissertation results were out. Okay, my company hired me saying that we believe that you will definitely pass your thesis, and we believe the amount of internship, the work of amount you have put into the internship will definitely help you to be a student planner with the council. That's how you win. That's how you show. So, the line that I have said is never ever give up in life. Keep trying relentlessly and try to look retrospective what this moment is trying to teach me, why I am not successful. When you do not get what you want in your life, that means at exactly at that moment, it means that life is trying to bless you with something better. Now, just tell me one thing, if I would have got the job easily into India, that first in the first 2 months, a nice paying salary and a nice position, would I have ever dreamt of coming to the UK? Would I have ever dreamed to explore international market? No, I would have never. So that's the sign from the universe or maybe from your God that you are meant for something better. So keep trying. Keep trying. Do not lose the hope, okay? One day, each dream will come into reality only if you wish to work consistently and without fail for it. I'm not saying you to work hard, but I'm trying to say you please work smart, work with a strategy and a plan. Okay, and the last thing that I would like to tell you from my personal experience that I have not been to India for the last 2 years, means since I've landed here, just for the sake of securing my career and my dreams. I just could not go back to India. I want to go, means just to see my family and have some good break, but I could not because the commitment is have more weightage than your other things. So if you get time in between all of this journey, please make sure to take good breaks and meet your family. They need you and you also need them. Life in abroad can be monotonous, lonely and boring at times. Yes, you do not have people, means when you are in the university you have your friends, you hang out, but once the degree is over everyone moves to the different cities wherever they get the job, and then you have to again start from scratch, finding new people, finding your community, like that. Okay. Okay, so how was that? Was I too fast? But I hope you all made some notes and might have found this very interesting.
Yes, it is very interesting, very inspiring, and we really learn a lot. We are just running short of time. If there is any question and answer, please unmute yourself and do ask. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
can
don't
just
mind.
unmute yourself and ask.
Um, I just wanted to ask, should we do our job first and then should we pursue our masters या फिर अब हमें simultaneously करना चाहिए? Like, because this is the major question that I have my doubts in, like whether
Yes,
we should, directly do our masters or should we like take a year or two gap, establish ourselves, make some money, and then pursue our masters,
yes.
regardless of the
Uh,
fact that if we're doing it in India or abroad.
Yeah, I'll tell you the right scenario and the right answer for this is from my personal experience. I worked for 1 year, changing 3 companies, and that was helpful for me. So I will always suggest to anyone that please, before you move abroad, please work somewhere. Work, do any kind of work related to your field. You can take 1 year gap, not the gap before moving abroad, but you can invest 1 year, 2 year, whatever you want, and also earn money, save that money, because that money is going to help you to do the application process. You will save your parents money, okay, and even yourself from because if you have to move abroad you have to take education loan. Means no one is spared unless your father or mother is very rich, okay, but if you are from a very normal middle class family you have to take education loan. So if you work for 2 hours, let's say on a salary of 45,000, let's say you are a very good architect and you have done a good project and you got into big company. I know 45,000 they will not give even in today's time, but let's say 20 to 25. Save that money for yourself. Invest, and investing will help you to make your money work for you. So invest that into the right places, get your money, and then move abroad. And when we complete architecture, we are almost 23 years old. So I would say the maturity is still quite less in terms of as a human. So if when you work as a professional, you develop some good skills as well, like the ethics, the professional ethics, the discipline, the disciplined routine. When you work for 2 years, you develop a discipline. Okay, I have to get up early, I have to go to the work, I have to finish this task. This this skills, this is also a skill, it's a life skill to survive anywhere in the world. This will help you to manage your life abroad. I did it for 1 year, but I'm a very very disciplined person, so that's why for me 1 year was quite helpful and I could survive my UK journey with this discipline. So I would tell you please work, develop a discipline and then make a right decision moving abroad. Does
Thank
that
you.
solve your question?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Is
Um,
there any other question? Uh, I would just like to ask Diksha for the closing remarks.
Sure. And I would also like to thank Aishwarya for this very insightful session. I'm sure everyone here picked up not just practical tips and also the inspiration to dream big. We really appreciate you taking the time to share your experiences. And a big thanks to all the participants as well who joined us today to make this talk equally successful. We hope you find this session valuable and motivating. Wishing you all the best for your academic and professional journeys. Thank you so much,
Just to add,
everyone.
Aishwarya, the participants are not from a single college. They are from very different colleges also. So
mhm.
your journey could help them to show it to their juniors and reciprocate many times.
Yes, they
Yes,
can. That's
yes.
not a problem. And I don't mind the slides that you have captured. You can share them on YouTube or any other platform because this will definitely help the people who are trying to, now come to abroad if they have bigger dreams. This will at least give them a preparation, like a preparative mind to know what's exactly happening and how one can, because this is not the exact blueprint. Things will change, but at least you know they will be saved instead of getting died into this process. That's what I think, because when I was doing all of this, there was no one to guide me, but it was all of my research work that I used to keep trying, look for things, and it's what I've tried to put it into the slides. So I hope this will help other people to start with their international journey. And even if they are not doing any international journey, they can still use these all of the points to survive in India, because in India also this job market is very competitive, very difficult nowadays to get into a good company, but they can use these tips. So yeah, okay,
Definitely, definitely.
definitely, okay. So uh if there are no more questions, then we can, I think, end this session.
Yeah, yeah. We can